Hey friends, just wanted to share a little glimpse into what life's been like living with Felicia, Fibro, and Frankie, psoriatic arthritis. Two invisible chronic illnesses that don't always play nice together. I call them Felicia and Frankie's way because sometimes it feels like these illnesses are extra personalities in my life. They are always showing up uninvited, and they have totally taken advantage of the extended stay to the point that they have overstayed their welcome. Whether you are walking a similar path or just want to understand what it's like, I hope this brings you in closer, not just to the hard stuff, but to the moments of joy, strength, and grace that show up in the middle of it all. This is just a piece of my week, and I hope that all of you have been well. And I thank each and every one of you guys for listening and being here with me and walking it with me. Heads up, y'all. This channel is about learning as we go. I am just a regular girl riding the chronic illness roller coaster, sharing life with Felicia, Fibro, and Frankie, psoriatic arthritis, one flare up at a time. I am here to keep it real and to connect with fellow warriors and sprinkle in some hope and humor and healing. I'm not a doctor, just a girl who's lived with experiences. So take this as a real talk, not medical advice, and heads up. Things might get raw, messy, and beautifully unfiltered. But let's do this together with faith and laughter and a whole lot of grace. Another week, another battle. Let me tell you guys, this week has been something else. I have been feeling straight up sick, body aches, chest stuff, and I am completely worn down. And as you can all clearly hear, it is in my head, it's in my throat, and I'm pretty sure it is moving down into my chest. I have had a cough I cannot get rid of. And let me tell y'all, it is shaking up my rib cage. It is hurting. Ugh, my ribs hurt. My head hurts so bad. I'm waiting on it to just blow up. Yeah, I'm just completely wore out. I have been in bed probably sick, probably 3 out of the 5 days. I was at an 8 to 9 most of those days in just pain, spasms, and like the shakes were horrible. And the worst part is I went to the doctor in hopes to feel a little bit better afterwards, but after our meeting, I mean, it was good, but not so much either. I got home, and probably a couple hours later, everything just hit me really hard. So what really got me was how I probably picked up a cold at this doctor's office. I'm assuming someone didn't wipe something down right because it found me really fast. And of course, it's summer, so you think it's safe, but no, that just goes to show you that germs don't care about the season. My grandkids were even kept away to protect me, and I still ended up with it. So it was one of those weeks that you just can't win. Methotrexate, meds, and mystery symptoms. Before I even made it to the doctor, I had already been dealing with something else. This awful hypersensitivity to the sun. I was just outside for 30 minutes. That's it. Probably less. Playing with my grandson in the kiddie pool, and my lips felt like they were on fire. Like, you know, how you like something sunburn, like a major sunburn. And after a few moments, I went in and I looked at the mirror. Well, before I went in, I told my husband, I said, man, my lips are on fire. He said, no. He's like, they look fine. And I'm like, no, they hurt really bad. So I go in, I tell him, I'm like, I'm going to go in here real quick. Went in and checked the mirror. They're super red. They're raw. Like, they are just irritated. And my skin's like, and not my skin, but like the inner, I don't know what you call it, inside your lip, like right inside your lip. I had like 3 big blisters. I had 2 big blisters, and they kind of like conformed into one big blister, and then I had one beside it, and then I had 2 on the upper lip, and they were big. And I'm gonna tell you what, like, they hurt so bad. Like, they felt like I had like been burnt, and like it just, my lips blew up, so it looked like I had like a bad Botox injection. Or I had 100 bees sting me. Like, it was super raw, and it was so painful, and it was so hard to ignore it. So eating was a nightmare, and just talking or brushing my tongue against it made it worse. So I'm at the doctor's appointment, and I'm showing her this, and she's like, "Oh, it's probably from methotrexate. It causes all this." And I'm like freaking out, because I'm like, really? I've been on methotrexate for years now, like since I first got diagnosed 4 years ago. I've never had any kinds of problems with it before. So it's kind of got me freaked out a little bit that I had that bad of a reaction, because last year, like, I was in the sun, we were in the pool all summer, lounging and chillaxing, and I never had a reaction. So yeah, I'm a little, Doctor bumps up the folic acid. She's like, "Oh, it's fine. It should balance things back out." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I wish I felt that confident about all of it, but hey. But I did ask her the $1,000,000 question. It's probably not really the $1,000,000 question, but it could be to me, though. So, how in the world is it safe to start and stop medications? And she says, I said, "These medications, specifically these, my infusions, how are these safe to start and stop them? Start and stop them." I mean, I had my starter dose, and then, the first one's 2 weeks. You have to wait 2 weeks. You come back in, you get your other half in 2 weeks. Make sure you take everything's okay. Then you get your full dose, and then, I couldn't come in. So it's been 7 weeks since I had my last dose. Okay. She said, she just shook her head, no. And I'm like, what? She says what I've been thinking and feeling for a while. It's not safe to start and stop these medications. It isn't, and it wasn't, and it won't be ever healthy to do that. So, anyway, that is why we're planning on moving my Orencia treatments to home injections. Woohoo! Hallelujah. Thank you, God. It'll at least be more consistent, and honestly, I will feel much safer too. Makes me feel a little bit better. It puts my mind at ease that everything will be okay. You know what I mean? Like, I can do it at home. Pain, rain, and everything in between. So pain this week has been about an 8 out of a 10. It's rained nonstop. It's been dark and dreary. And pretty soon, I'm pretty sure, we're going to need rowboats to get us out of here. That's only added to the heaviness. This is the first summer in years that we haven't had a pool. We'd kind of hoped to be able to have a bigger one this year, but that didn't happen. And I'm kind of feeling the loss of it. The pool was my escape. So, but a friend of mine did mention that on Tuesdays they offer free pool time for folks over 50. Whoop, I'm not 50 yet, but hopefully I'll count. It's just a couple hours a week, but definitely might be worth checking out. Not the same as having my own space to float in and relax, but hey, maybe it'll help lift some of this fog. Kind of thinking it should be safe since it's chlorinated, right? I mean, the pool is chlorinated, so hopefully it would be safe, right? God, I hope it is. I really hope it is, because, yeah. Anyway. Silver linings in little voices. Through all of this, though, my grandbabies have been the brightest light in my life. They will always be. But they are just, I don't know, the way they look at me, the way they say, "Please, Gigi," or they tell my husband, "I love you, Papa." It's just those little moments, and they're all starting to learn words, so they're all saying little things and stuff. And the latest, my favorite, is like, "I want my Gigi." Oh my God, like, literally makes me want to cry. Like, they are just everything, pure gold to my heart, the best way, no matter how bad things in my life may be or they may get. Those little voices, yeah, they remind me why I keep pushing through all the pain that I go through. They don't even know how much strength they give me by just being themselves. Even with everything going on, there are still things to celebrate. Today, as a matter of fact, marks 5 years of marriage with me and my husband, and our own little milestones, which I assure you has had lots and lots and lots of downs, but some amazing ups. Among the chaos, but Sunday, it's my parents' would have been 51st wedding anniversary. It's my dad's 73rd birthday. They got married on his birthday. My mom always said it was so he wouldn't forget. He stays pretty busy these days, probably more so now since mom's not been around, and keeping him active kind of gives him a purpose, I think. It's for a beautiful cause. See him pouring his energy into so many positive and good things. Tuesday would have been my mother-in-law's birthday, so it's kind of hard to have all these special events, birthdays and stuff when they're all not here, especially when we miss them so much. But in the end, I'm trying to channel my energy into starting something new of my own in an at-home business. It's kind of a goal right now, but I'm holding on to it tight, and I'm thankful for my supporters for helping me start it and possibly get it off the ground rather sooner than later. I'm really hoping it will be something that I can build around my health and my limitations, because it's hard, but I'm not giving up. All right, fam, that is a wrap on another episode of Living with Fibro and PSA Felicia and Frankie's Way. If you're still hanging out, bless you guys, bless you, every one of you. I do apologize because I am still navigating this cold. I got a massive headache, which doesn't help. It's just been that kind of week anyway. Just trying to heating pads everywhere and snot rags and yeah, I'm still over it already. But hey, still here, still trying. But before you guys all slide back under your guys' weighted blankets or starting to negotiate with your knees like you're in a hostage situation, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that little notification bell. Ding ding, so you never miss a moment of this beautiful, chaotic, healing ride that we're on called life. And while you're here, check out these videos that are floating on the side of your screen, like random advice from a stranger at the pharmacy, the ones you might have missed a few episodes, or, a dramatic showdown between me and the heating pad named Larry. So go ahead, binge a little. You've earned it. Until next time, stay soft, stay sassy, and when life gets heavy, wrap yourself in a blanket and remember, you're not broken. You're just building a new normal. With love, grace, and probably a side of sarcasm, GG out. Bye, guys.